Hello, everybody. I greet you all with absolute love. And I'm so glad that you're here today because I'm glad that there's someone that's standing up for what's right. Not just our rights, but what is right. I'm so glad that you're here. And so, a year ago, right around this time, I remember Dr. Anthony Fauci making a definitive, from what the news said, scientific statement that we were going to be locked down for 2 weeks. And you all remember that as well. And we were looking at that 2 weeks pretty despairingly, thinking to ourselves, hey, geez, 2 weeks of having to not be able to visit family, not be able to travel, not be able to do the things that we enjoy doing. The 2 weeks turned into 1 year. And the 1 year was with scientific justification. No one ever asked about the justification of the 2 weeks. In fact, all of the people that were on Dr. Fauci's bandwagon, none of them held him accountable about the 2 weeks. In fact, we don't even talk about it anymore, that it was 2 weeks. There are some people that say, well, the reason why it went from 2 weeks to 4 weeks is because everybody was not complying. Of course, that's not necessarily true because the vast majority of people were complying. The vast majority of people were hopeful that we were going to end this pandemic, that we were going to end the virus. And the things that they were saying was nonsensical. I'm a man of faith. I'm a spiritual leader. And I was personally attacked because of my faith. And I was told that the people that I lead, that I need to do the right thing and tell them to trust science and not God. Well, that's something that I'm not going to do because the science, which I believe in, I come from a family of medical practitioners. So I'm not against science, as they've lied on you and me. We're not against science, but we are against tyranny. We are against people who use their positions of power to lie to us. We are against that. And if we want to wrap that package in a gift called science, you can keep it because that's not science. And to that point, an entire year, 1 year of us doing what we were told to do with the expectation that everything would go back to normal, and it has not happened. And listen, I believe that this virus is real. I believe the virus is real. I understand science, but I also believe that the pandemic is highly politicized. And it's politicized to the detriment of your family and my family and people that work in public safety. I pray for and I lament for our officers who are being given even more assignments concerning this pandemic, putting them in compromising situations. Are you understanding how unethical that is they have enough work? Most of them are not paid well enough, but because of a czar who is ego tripping in our state government that does not understand that there comes a point in time where enough is enough. Our children need to go back to school. And for those that feel that they don't want to teach our children, I mean, how disgraceful can it be? If you are a school teacher, and I support education, I have a school in this city that I started, the Scribes Institute. I support education. But how dare you say you don't want to teach our kids, but then when your family gets sick, they go to a hospital where nurses have to take care of your kids and your family no matter what, day in and day out. We have to understand that we are all in this together. We have to support the people that we say that we are behind. It's one thing to say that we are behind a police force, But at the same time, when we see the police force being taken advantage of by government, and they do it all the time, we need to say something. You know that little aphorism, if you see something, say something. Y'all remember that, right? Well, listen, I don't hear enough of you all saying something, because I know sure and well that I've seen something. I've seen a governor take advantage of the people that he was sworn to serve. I've seen a governor completely take advantage of his position of power so that he can feed his ego, and that he can feed and line the coffers of his friends and his wife's friends. I've seen that happen. But when we see it and we say it, there are people that are in big tech that decide to censor us. And I'm here to tell you that whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, you may be able to take me off your platform, but you'll never be able to make me stop talking. And listen, and I don't know about you, and I'm not proselytizing you right now, but I believe in God, and I'm unashamed of the God that I believe in. And I know that the God that I believe in has all power. And as much as these people are staging themselves to completely redirect your life for their benefit, I'm telling you, and I promise you, that God will have the final say. I refuse to live as a slave. It's not going to happen. I'm disappointed with many of my black brothers and sisters whom I love and I respect and I support, but I'm disappointed because they have been bamboozled. They have been hoodwinked. We have seen race wars in our country of epic proportions. And while I'm very aware of the fact that racism has pre-existed this time, I'm still very clear that the racism that we've recently seen has been highly politicized. No more race wars. We need to call an action to peace. And then when there are those that are on certain sides of the fence that are planning race wars, and then we become the suckers that eat the bait. Shame on us. Shame on us for fighting one another. Shame on us for hating each other for no apparent reason. I've said it here before that it's nothing more than an experiment. I'm tired of being the government's lab rat. I didn't hate you before, and I'm not going to hate you after this. You didn't hate me before, and you're not going to hate me after this. So don't allow government to invite you to a party where you are not being honored. You have to understand that this is planned. They strategically understand how to set one against the other. And they do it based on skin color. They do it based on gender. They do it based on ethnicity. And the reason why they do it is because they know something that we need to know, that we are stronger together than we are apart. They don't want to see us come together, because when we come together, their overreach is immediately dismantled. Well, I'm telling you right now that we're going to do what Stevie Wonder has been saying for a long, long time. We're going to keep on loving, because he said that love's in need of love, not yesterday or not next week, right now, today. And so I'm going to love, and I'm going to stand on my service. I'm going to keep on giving, but because I love, serve, and give does not mean I'm going to be an idiot, because In the book of Ecclesiastes, it says that to every season there is a time and a purpose for everything and under the sun. So it is now the time to love, but it's also the time to stand. And if necessary, it's going to be the time to fight, because I'm tired of this. And I know you are too. God bless you. I love you. And God bless these United States of America.